TNT dupers, flying machines, automatic stairs, fishing rod teleportation, and my favorite one, nukes. Hi, I'm Mike Fonsat, and today I'm gonna show you different redstone builds. Let's hop into the video. The first machine is the flying machine, which can fly by itself forever without using any fuel at all. Bridge up to the height you want to fly on and build a 2x4 platform. It doesn't have to be planks, it could be any block. Place 2 observers diagonally and sticky pistons on top of them. Now honey is really important. Fill in the remaining 4 blocks of honey and break the planks. And we use the honey only to bridge up. Fun fact, this machine does not require any fuel at all and can fly forever. Now, I'm gonna build something called legs, because they kind of look like legs. It's a 4x2 area of blocks where you can stand on, and they're called legs. Now, place a block where the observer looks. And we're done. You can either stand on the honey blocks or on the planks of the legs. And boom, we're done. Now you can fly anywhere you want by not using any resources. But you'll say, Mike, why do we even need this machine if we can just walk by feet? And I'll tell you what, in the end, you need to bridge towards the elytras to get them towards the islands, but you can just use this machine instead. Now the second build is even crazier. Stairs out of the wall. When you flick it, it's stairs, but then it's just a wall, they kind of vanish. Of course, it uses some sticky pistons and redstone, but it's all because of this mechanic, where you have a wall from one side, but from the other side, it's actually some stairs. So when I push the stair with the piston, it becomes a single stair, which will look like a stair. But when it's in the wall, it looks like a full block. So we can use this mechanic to build the machine. Now it's time to build. Place sticky pistons diagonally, around 5 or so. And make sure they're sticky pistons, not the normal ones, because it will not work if you use normal pistons. Now it's time to place 1 stair on every sticky piston. Boom! Redstone part. Place a button, like shown in the video, and lead redstone towards all of the pistons. How are we gonna do that? By placing 1 plank behind every piston and leading redstone towards every single one, we're able to build this machine. And if you did everything correctly, the stairs will be pushed sideways. Now for the cool part. Place 1 more stair to make it look like a wall. Boom, it already started looking like a wall, even though they're just stairs facing backwards. Now place 1 more stair, and boom, this already looks like a wall. Let's test that out. Hi pig. So, place the jungle planks or any other plank to match the stairs, so it will look like a wall. Now this will look like a wall. So break the button, place a plank, and a button on top. And if you flick it, it's just stairs out of the wall. And let's test that out. Boom, it works. We can get up and get down with the stairs out of the wall. Now let me just fast forward right now real quick the process of building the house. Here we have our house. Imagine we're in survival. We go inside and see this cozy house with a first floor and the second floor. But how to get there? Well, if you press a button, there's stairs appearing out of the wall. And that's how we can use it to show off, for example, with your friends. But you gotta be fast not to fall off. Now the third build is super glitchy. It's a TNT duper, which requires only 1 TNT to dupe more TNT. So at first, place high in the air, slime blocks like shown in the video, place oak fence, rails, minecart, TNT, and the most important step is a coral fan. Now some slime blocks and a sticky piston facing towards the contraption. Now if we flick the lever, you can see that our TNT stays in place, but more TNT falls to the ground, which means it's duping one TNT and breaking the game into thinking that the TNT has been pushed and exploded, but actually it stays in the same place, which means it requires only one TNT to explode more. And this is my favorite build. It's called a TNT missile, which can fly towards your house and explode inside of it. And the explosion is so big, it can explode the biggest house in the world. So let's build it. At first, place an obsidian and surround it with normal pistons, not the sticky ones, remember that. It's really important. 4 pistons, and place one more obsidian in front. Break the obsidian, place the lever, and push the pistons. Now place 1 honey, surrounded with observers facing the pistons, and honey block, and now sticky pistons facing towards us. Now 2 more observers on the left and on the top. 2 blocks, and now place a sticky piston facing towards the honey. Place 1 more honey, a rail, and a ton of TNT minecarts. Just stack them, click, click, very much. The more you put, the more the explosion will be. So it means you have to put very much. So I have around 100 of them inside, or even more. And this is one of the last steps. Break the rail, place 2 blocks, a piston, and now we need to push the TNT inside. Place the lever, flick it once, now place the TNT and flick it once again. Break the piston and surround everything with blocks of any type. Now, the last step, place the lightning rod at the end. We're done. You can launch it. Let me say at the time today real quick, so it will be bright again. And let's launch it. Boom. The nuke has headed towards the house. Let's test how big the explosion will be. Now you gotta wait for a couple of seconds before it explodes, but the result is crazy. Boom! Oh my god, what a big explosion. Now the house is just gone. And the 5th and craziest thing is teleporting with the fishing rod. At first press F3 plus G to show chunk borders. Now, at the border of the chunk, dig down 8 blocks. Salt sand at the bottom, water at the top, and kelp all the way up. If you have this setup, dig down and break all the kelp. Now, place any block you want and a trapdoor on it and flick it once. Place a pressure plate and we're done with the contraption. Now it's time to build 2 portals. At first, let's build the first portal. Place the blocks, and if you enter through the same portal twice, the chunks will load and you will be teleported back, which we do not want to happen. Light up the portal and go through it. Now in the nether, the really important step is that you must fly pretty far away to build the second portal, or it will just simply not work. Now, build the second portal pretty far away and light it up. Oops, I need to build it taller. Done. Head towards your first portal and go back. Now take your fishing rod and press F to put it in your offhand. Now right click on the pressure plate and throw an ender pearl. Boom, we're done. Just enter the first portal and make sure your render distance is small. So let's try the same thing again. With lower render distance, go to options, video settings, and render distance to around 5 chunks. Now head towards the second portal, and we're done. Now you can teleport anywhere. I don't know why we're in a cave, but let's just get out of the cave real quick, towards the surface. And boom, imagine you're in survival Minecraft, just swimming, I don't know, and you want to head back to your base or somewhere. So you just flick your fishing rod, and boom, you're teleported back to safety. That's crazy how you can teleport. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. And if you like this video, you're gonna love the next video, which will be out in a week.